Hello, it's Young. Today I will show you my favorite croissant recipe. So let's start with making dough. This is not a regular croissant recipe. The result will be soft instead of being light and flaky. So you can change the amount of each ingredient from my list, but don't add too much sugar because it will change not only the sweetness level but also the texture. Mix them well for the right consistency. Microwave milk for 10 seconds. Add about 1 tablespoon of lemon or lime juice to make what's so-called buttermilk, which will give the extra softness. While waiting for the butter to be melted, gently whisk an egg in a separate bowl. Add milk, butter, and egg to the flour bowl. Leave some egg for later use. Stir the mixture well. Remember, dough is only wet and sticky at first. Once you've kneaded it for 5 to 6 minutes, it becomes less sticky and more glossy as it develops a skin, which is called gluten forming process. Now put the dough on the flat surface, adding a bit of flour. Let's knead constantly for about 10 to 20 minutes. So there will be 4 times of dough resting in this video. The kneading technique is quite simple. Push the dough with the heel of your hand, fold and turn. When editing this video, I didn't remove much of the kneading part as usual to give you an idea how hand kneading really looks like. If you are used to kneading, you could skip to the next part, which is shaping croissants. Occasionally punch the dough to the surface. Repeat kneading and punching. Here are some notes from my own experience. First of all, only use a clean bowl for dough resting. Second, you can take a 5 to 10 minute break for your arm to rest, which is why here I have a small 5-minute break for me to wash the bowl and get ready for next steps. Finally, always make a round ball dough before leaving it to rest because dough texture consistency is key, as I always say. Now we are gonna have a 15-minute break and I will add softened butter afterward. Here, add 2 tablespoons of softened, unsalted butter. If your room temperature is too low for butter to be softened, you can microwave it for about 10 seconds. The reason I add butter at this step is that the liquid from the butter begins to evaporate and create steam, which will lift the pastry as it bakes. It is very hard to knead after adding butter as I don't blend in well. However, in the next 10 minutes, the dough will be smooth and elastic again. It's time for a long rest. Let's cover the bowl with a dry towel. Now let's get back to work. Pat the dough with a roller to remove excess air. Flatten the dough by rolling it evenly. Turn the dough side and keep rolling till it gets like 1.5 to 2.5 thick. The dough is now not stretchable or elastic by itself. Try to roll it into a rectangle, but don't get too worried if it's far from a rectangle. We can always cut off the edges later. The size of my rectangle here is about 15 centimeter, 20 centimeter. Look at the left corner. This is how to divide it into 7 triangles. Croissants originated in France. It was inspired by the shape of the Eiffel Tower, which is why we start with triangular shapes. Now if you look at the sketch, you see that we need to cut and stretch the bottom a bit. You can also add fillings. I think cream cheese is a good choice, but you can also go with all kind of fruit jams. Now spread it all over the triangle. Roll it. And there you have a croissant. One more time, let's take it slower this time. Start with flattening the tip. Cut the line about 2 centimeters in the middle of the bottom of the triangle. Stretch the bottom. Add filling. Roll it from the bottom to top. And there you go, a croissant. Remember the edges got cut off from the dough? I usually make round balls, flatten them, add filling, and shape them into mini banh mi. Now it's time for more resting before baking. Look who's here. Maybe he just wants some milk. I like going out for some fresh air while waiting. I guess it's time to preheat the oven. Preheat at 350 Fahrenheit degree, which might take 10 to 15 minutes. Now let's brush the egg evenly on the surface of the dough. As you can see, I don't have a brush, so paper towel is the one. You might also add some sesame on top. Okay, the oven is ready. Let's bake for about 15 minutes. You could open the oven to check after 7 minutes. And ta-da! They look gorgeous. Soft inside and great smell. I'm so glad that you are here today. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and see you in my next video. Bye!